Session 17. Practice 1.
My name is Mark Thompson.
Oh, how do you spell your surname?
Thompson, and my given name's spelt Mark.
Where do you come from?
Well, I live in France, but my nationality is British. What's your name?
My name has a strange spelling. I'm called Carol Schmidt. That's spelt Schmidt.
Oh, that's German, isn't it?
Yes, my name is German, but I am American.
Is that Carol with or without an E?
Without. Carol.
Where do you live?
Quite close, on Green Road.
We're neighbours. I live round the corner on Main Street.
So what do you do?
I am studying international finance. How about you?
I'm studying biology. I hope to go on to do medicine if my exam results are good.
Practice 2.
Hello, are you here to register?
That's right. My name is Peter Smith, spelt Petersmith.
What's your date of birth?
The 10th of the 10th, 1975.
And your telephone number?
My mobile number is 07770 296 479, and my home phone number is 01265 649 674.
OK, and could you tell me your postcode, please?
Sure. It's SE1 2LP.
Great. What's your nationality?
I'm Irish.
What's your city of birth?
Dublin.
How's that spelt?
Dublin.
Do you have your ID card with you?
Yes, it's right here.
What's your student number?
P958 386 196X.
Do you have an email address?
Yes, it's cleverpeter@hotmail.com.
And finally, what's your major?
Geography.
Session 18.
Unit 3. Listening 2. A. Listen to the 4 extracts. For questions 1 to 4, match the extracts with the pictures. Write the number of the extract in the box. Extract 1.
Oh, good morning. It's Toby, isn't it? Let me just finish this email and I'll be with you. Sit down for a minute.
Thanks.
OK, that's done. Hello again. I met you when you came for the interview last month. I'm Julie. I'm Keith's assistant manager.
Yes, I remember.
I'm afraid Keith isn't here this morning, so I'm going to show you round. You're starting with us on Monday, aren't you?
Yes, that's right.
Well, thanks for coming in today. We always think it's good for people to have a good look round and meet some of the other staff before they start the job properly. Would you like a tea or coffee before we start?
No thank you. I had a coffee on the train.
OK, well, where shall we begin? First of all, this is the office I share with Keith. It can be very busy in here. People just come in and out when they like.
Extract 2.
OK, now I'm going to show you the plans for the new city centre offices. Let me just turn this on. Here we are. This is the ground floor plan and, as you can see, the area surrounding the offices, the car park and gardens and so on. The entrance is here on West Street, and there's quite a large area here outside the front entrance. We'll probably have some bays here where you can lock up bicycles. The car park is at the back here. There are spaces for 30 cars. Now, I know that 30 spaces isn't nearly enough.
Extract 3.
Oh, hi, Justin. Can I speak to Robert, please? Thanks. Hello, Robert. It's Debbie. Listen, I'm afraid I'm going to be a bit late. There's trouble with signals or something. We haven't moved for 10 minutes, and I don't know when it'll be clear again. I'm still 7 stops from the office. I'm sorry. I should have left home earlier. Can you start the meeting and then I'll...
Extract 4.
Good afternoon, madam.
Oh, hello.
Did you see the catalogue I put through your door last week? Clean house products?
Oh, yes, I did have a quick look, but...
Well, today I'm here to show you some of the products. Have you got 10 minutes?
Well, actually, I'm rather busy. I was in the middle of...
5 minutes, then. You won't find any of these kitchen and bathroom products at such low prices anywhere else.
No, I'm sorry. I said I was busy. I don't really need anything like this at the moment.
Read through the questions. Then listen to the extracts again. For questions 5 to 12, choose the correct answer A, B or C.
Session 19. Practice 1.
Hi, my name's Henry Botter. I wonder if you could help me.
Sure. What do you need to know?
I am looking for the admission office.
Oh, I know where that is. Can you see that big white building?
The one with the double door?
That's right. That's the art department. You need to turn right just before there.
OK. What about after that?
You need to continue for about 100 meters. You'll come to a big glass building.
What building is that?
It's the dining hall. The easiest thing is to go straight through the building. On the other side, turn left.
OK. What next?
You'll see some smaller buildings. Those are all science buildings. Just keep going until you get to a small crossroad. You need to turn right. Then you see a really tall building with a big sign which says, "Welcome new students." The office you are looking for is on the 4th floor.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
Practice 2.
Hi, am I in the right place? I'm looking for the art department.
Oh, this is the right place then. How can I help you?
Well, to start with, I'm having difficulty orienting myself. Do you have a map?
Don't worry, all new students feel the same. Not to worry, it's actually quite easy when you understand the system. The number of the room tells you the building, floor and room. So, for example, 546 means building 5, floor 4, room 6. This list shows you where all the classes are held.
Oh, I see. All my classes will be in building 7. That's pretty convenient.
Do you need to know anything else?
Oh, lots of things. I especially need to know about my first lecture on the history of Western cinema. Could you tell me who will be teaching that course, please?
Certainly. That's Professor Laurier. He's really popular with his students. He always teaches in room 767.
When is the first class?
It's every Monday and Friday at 3 p.m, so you'd better get a move on. It starts in 30 minutes, and I've heard he is really strict about being on time.
Do I need to take anything to class?
Yes, you need to purchase the textbooks and other materials, but you can do that at the first class.
Practice 1.
Hi. So, you found a good MBA program yet then?
Yes, and I have already registered to do the courses as well.
Oh really? Which university is it at?
Actually, it's a very different MBA course. It's offered online by Harvard University.
Wow, that is different. Do you mean you study on the internet at home? Is it a lot cheaper than a usual MBA?
A lot. It's about 50% cheaper. Altogether, about $10,000.
Is it still internationally recognized?
They say so.
What's the curriculum?
There are courses in business and economic theory, venture capitalism, getting startup funds for a new company, and lots of others.
I'm particularly interested in project management. Do they offer any course units in that?
Yes, there are course units that everyone has to take. And then there are lots of elective courses that you can choose according to your own interest.
How long is the course?
It's 1 year.
Is that one academic year?
If you mean September to June, then no. It's actually 1 calendar year. The course begins in January and ends in December, a full 12 months.
Are there any other fees I need to know about?
Yes, there's an application fee of $100. And there's a deposit of 20% you must pay if you accept an offer of a place. That's $2,000, and it's non-refundable.
Are there any requirements for prospective students?
Yes, quite a few. You need to have a really good undergraduate degree, and you must have some work experience, preferably full-time. Usually they don't accept students who have worked for less than 2 years before applying.
It sounds difficult, but I'll have a try.
Practice 2.
The purpose of our research was to determine the effect of TV on children's reading and writing in the south of England.
Yes. So what conclusions do you think we can draw?
Well, it seems quite clear after interviewing 500 children and their parents that there is a direct link between the amount of TV and the literacy level of children.
But how do we know that that is because of the impact of watching TV? It could be due to any number of factors.
What other factors do you think there might be?
For example, the financial background and educational ability of the parents. Is there a link between the literacy level of the parents and the amount of TV children watch, do you think?
I think so, but that is why I deliberately chose children from a very similar financial and social background. They all have stable 2-parent families with annual incomes in the range of $25,000 to $35,000. All of the mothers are housewives, and all the parents are university graduates.
That's good. That shows we have eliminated other potential factors.
The results show that for children who watch 2 hours of TV per day, there is a decline in reading ability of between 10 and 20%, and for children who watch 4 hours per day, there is a decline of 35%.
Session 21. Practice 1.
Oh no, they always have unhealthy things to eat here.
I like what they have.
Look at this. Pizza, hamburgers, French fries. There are no vegetables at all.
I don't like vegetables. I am happy with the food here.
Students eat so badly.
Well, we're young, so it doesn't matter.
Yes, of course it does. The earlier you start to eat healthily, the better. If you eat bad food now, you can get sick when you are older.
I don't believe that. I do lots of sports, so I think I will be okay.
That doesn't matter. When you are 40, you'll be fat and tired every day if you eat like this. Are you telling me you never have any problem?
Never.
But you are always going to the toilet.
Yes, I have a bad stomach.
What do you mean?
Every time I eat something, I feel pain in my stomach.
That's what I'm saying. It's the food you eat that makes you sick.
No, it's not. It's because I eat too quickly.
What do you have for breakfast?
I don't have breakfast. I'm too busy. I have a big dinner instead.
That's so wrong. Breakfast is important. You shouldn't have big meals, just lots of small ones. You especially shouldn't eat a lot of food in the evening. It's bad for you.
Practice 2.
So how was your holiday?
It was absolutely fantastic, but very expensive.
Where did you go?
I went to London. I saw so many wonderful things. I saw Buckingham Palace and the changing of the guard.
What's that?
Buckingham Palace is where the Queen of England lives. The changing of the guard is when they change the soldiers outside her home. It's beautiful. They wear red clothes with big black hats made from bears, and some of the men ride horses.
Wow! What else did you see?
I went to the British Museum. They have things from every country in the world.
That sounds expensive.
Not at all. All the big museums in England are free, and many of the small ones too. Even if you have to pay, it usually isn't much.
Did you try the local food?
Some of it. I had fish and chips, and I also tried the sweet food. My favourite was apple crumble. It is a sweet dish made with apples, and it is crunchy on top.
Where did you stay?
I stayed in the University of London's Hall of Residence. In the summer, they let tourists stay there, and it's really cheap.
Session 22.
Good evening, everyone. It's good to see that so many people managed to make it. An achievement in itself when I'm sure you're all so busy. This evening, I'm going to talk with you about setting goals and how setting goals can help you understand what you really want to achieve. First, though, I'd like to start by saying what I think achievement actually means. I think some people think it's simply about being successful in a job or making money. But it certainly doesn't have to mean that. Achievement is simply accomplishing goals that you set for yourself, doing what you plan to do. And people might plan to do all sorts of different things. Achievement is about realizing your dreams. I would also like to say that to achieve, you must have belief. Belief that you can do whatever it is you want to do. There is more to achievement than simply wanting to do something. Anyone can say that they want something, but actually getting it is not so easy. To get it, you must believe that it is yours. Not having belief is the main reason that so many people do not achieve. If you really want something, you must talk and act like you already have it. Then you have belief, and then you will achieve. So, goal setting. Goal setting is about imagining the future and then turning the dream into a reality. Setting goals helps you to be clear about what you really want and helps you concentrate on getting what you want. Setting goals will help you see what is stopping you from knowing what's important. And because achieving goals makes you feel good, You will be more confident and succeed more easily. Goal setting is something that all achievers do, whether they are high flyers in business or successful athletes. It is important that you set both long-term and short-term goals. First, you need to have an idea of what you want from life. I call this the big picture. Then you break this down into a number of smaller goals that you need to achieve in order to achieve the overall goal. As I say, the first step is to see the big picture. Think about what you want in the next 15 or 20 years. Doing this will influence all the smaller goals that you set yourself. You need to think carefully about different areas of your life and how they influence each other. You should identify the important areas of your life and try to set goals in each of those areas.
Session 23. Practice 1.
I'm going to tell you about the specific skills required to improve your listening comprehension. At a beginner level, it is of course impossible to understand every word that is being spoken, so I recommend that a beginner should try to listen for the gist of what is being said. The gist is the general meaning or sense of something. The easiest way to improve is to practice listening for the stressed words in a sentence, because these are the words that carry the weight of meaning. At an advanced level, students should be able to understand almost every word. They should not only understand the main ideas, but also the specific details. You will, of course, come across words that you don't understand, but you should try to understand the words from the contexts, which is what native speakers do. At an intermediate level, that is, between beginner and advanced, you should be doing a mixture of the two, but you will be even more dependent on context. If you want to practice on your own, you can listen to language cassettes, radio, and TV broadcasts in English, or better still, find a language exchange partner, which doesn't have to be a native speaker. Don't choose language cassettes that are too easy, or you won't improve. It should be just a little difficult, so you are forced to listen carefully.
Practice 2.
We are here today to learn about studying in the UK. Firstly, I'd like to talk to you about the visa application process, because I know it can seem very confusing to the first-time traveller. You need a confirmed offer from a university in the UK before you can get a visa. Then you need to complete the application form. You need to give a copy of your passport number and ID card and 4 passport-size photographs, and there is a visa processing fee of 1,000 RMB. You will almost certainly need to attend an interview and provide a reference letter from your teacher. You can either fill in an online application form or send for one by post. Before you can come to study in the UK, you must prove that you have adequate funds to do so. You must provide copies of the last 6 months of your bank statements, and you should have minimum funds of $10,000. Most international students choose science and business majors. Which is right for you? Well, there are several factors to consider. For example, how much the tuition fees are. Generally, tuition fees for science courses are significantly higher than those for business courses. In fact, more than double. Other factors include length of course, whether to choose campus or non-campus colleges, and which universities provide career guidance for when you graduate. Detailed information on each university is available online for each individual institution.
Session 24.
Cambridge University seeks to attract the very highest calibre of students, and for this reason there is a minimum requirement of 3.7 GPA for prospective students. For those who do meet this prerequisite for admission, the courses at our university are second to none. The system of application to both Cambridge and Oxford, or Oxbridge as they are collectively known, differs greatly to that applicable to other British universities. There are two separate but equally important forms to fill out. The first is for UCAS, the University and Colleges Admission Service. This is essential for any student wanting to join an undergraduate course in Britain. The second is the university's own application form. You may or may not choose to state a preference as to which college you should like to enroll in, but bear in mind that some colleges are particularly oversubscribed. Unlike most other countries, British undergraduate degrees are highly specialised and are consequently of a shorter length than is common elsewhere. The degree programmes at Cambridge are deservedly world-renowned. We look for students who not only have a high level of ability in their chosen field of study, but also have skills in a wide range of interests. We particularly welcome students with musical talent, and we offer many scholarships and bursaries to such candidates. Overall, a student who has experience in a wide range of extracurricular activities will be preferred over one who hasn't.
Session 25.
Welcome, one and all. I am the chairman of the Student Union. I'm here to tell you what the Student Union can do for you. We are here to look after your welfare and support your rights as well as make your life more fun. If you think you have been unfairly accused of something, then you need to go to the Complaints Department. We also have a Student Hardship Office. That's for if you are having financial worries. We can't give you money, but we can tell you where to get help from elsewhere. The Student Union Association organises all the societies for sport, etc. I feel confident saying we have something for everyone. We also have a fantastic entertainment organisation committee. They arrange concerts on a regular basis in the University Theatre.
Session 26.
So I'll hand over now to Julie Brooks.
Thank you. Welcome to the Sports Centre. It's good to see that there are so many people wanting to find out about our sports facilities. First of all, membership. All students at the college are entitled to become members of the Sports Centre for an annual fee of £9.50. To register with us and get your membership card, you need to come to reception between 2 and 6 p.m, Monday to Thursday. I'm afraid we can't register new members on Friday, so it's Monday to Thursday, 2 to 6 at reception. Now, there are 3 things that you must remember to bring with you when you come to register. They are your union card, a recent passport-size photograph of yourself, and the fee. It doesn't matter whether you bring cash or cheque. We can't issue your card unless you bring all 3, so don't forget your union card, passport photo and fee. Then once you've got your sports card, you will need to bring it with you whenever you come to book or use any sports centre facilities. Booking over the phone is not allowed, so you have to come here in person with your card when you want to book. Our opening hours seem to get longer every year. We are now open from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. on weekdays and from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturdays. For those of you who are up and about early in the morning, we're introducing a 50% morning discount this year. This is because the facilities tended to be underused in the mornings last year. It means that all the sessions will be half price between 9 a.m. and 12 noon on weekdays.
Session 27.
So I'll hand over now to Julie Brooks.
Thank you. Welcome to the Sports Centre. It's good to see that there are so many people wanting to find out about our sports facilities. First of all, membership. All students at the college are entitled to become members of the Sports Centre for an annual fee of £9.50. To register with us and get your membership card, you need to come to reception between 2 and 6 p.m, Monday to Thursday. I'm afraid we can't register new members on Friday, so it's Monday to Thursday, 2 to 6 at reception. Now, there are 3 things that you must remember to bring with you when you come to register. They are your union card, a recent passport-size photograph of yourself, and the fee. It doesn't matter whether you bring cash or cheque. We can't issue your card unless you bring all 3, so don't forget your union card, passport photo and fee. Then once you've got your sports card, you will need to bring it with you whenever you come to book or use any sports centre facilities. Booking over the phone is not allowed, so you have to come here in person with your card when you want to book. Our opening hours seem to get longer every year. We are now open from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. on weekdays and from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturdays. For those of you who are up and about early in the morning, we're introducing a 50% morning discount this year. This is because the facilities tended to be underused in the mornings last year. It means that all the sessions will be half price between 9 a.m. and 12 noon on weekdays.
In this section of the test, you will have an opportunity to demonstrate your ability to understand conversations and talks in English. There are 3 parts in this section with special directions for each part. Answer all the questions on the basis of what is stated or implied by the speakers in the recording. There will be time for you to read the instructions, and you will have a chance to check your work. The recording will be played once only. At the end of the test, you will be given 7 minutes to transfer your answers to an answer sheet. Now, turn to Part 1. Part 1. Directions. In this part, you will hear 8 short announcements or instructions. There is 1 question for each announcement or instruction. For each question, choose the right answer, A, B, C, or D. Then on the answer sheet, find the number of the question and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer that you have chosen. We are ready to start. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 8. Now, listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 8. Question 1.
I hope you've all enjoyed tonight's dinner. It is now time to welcome this evening's guest speaker, Carol Draper. Ms. Draper is the Editor-in-Chief of Investors Weekly magazine. She took over the position of editor just over 2 years ago, and in that short time, the magazine has become one of the most influential publications in finance. Ms. Draper is also a well-respected, best-selling author in the field of investment. She will speak tonight on long-term trends in interest rates, a subject she's dealt with at length in her latest book, Money Moves. Ms. Draper has also agreed to take questions from the floor after her talk. Let's have a big hand for Carol Draper.
Question 2.
You have reached the airport ticket counter of Eagle Rent-A-Car. Thank you for calling. We regret to inform you that we are currently closed. Operating hours at this location are from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on weekends. If you need rate information or would like to make a rental reservation at this time, please call our nationwide toll-free number, which is available 24 hours a day, or visit us on the web at www.eaglerents.com. We look forward to serving you.
Question 3.
Troy County Library patrons, may I have your attention, please? This is a public safety announcement. Due to an emergency maintenance situation, the children's section on the ground floor is being closed at this time. This section of the library has suffered a burst pipe. If you have children there, please escort them from the area. All other sections of the library will remain open today until our normal closing time of 9 p.m. Inasmuch as we cannot predict the maintenance situation tomorrow, those planning to bring children to the library are advised to call before coming in. We apologize for the inconvenience and hope to have things back to normal as soon as possible.
Question 4.
Attention Flowmart customers. If you want a great deal on batteries, just follow the flashing yellow light to our electronics department. Right now, as long as the yellow light is flashing, you can get 25 to 40% off name brand batteries in all sizes. Need batteries for your smoke detector, flashlight, or children's toys? How about the TV remote control? Get to the electronics department and pick them up at great savings. Hurry now and get those batteries you keep meaning to buy, or buy some to keep in stock. Remember, the discount is only good while the Flowmart yellow light is flashing. After that, it's back to our normal everyday low prices. You don't want to be the only one in town paying full price.
Question 5.
You're listening to Newton Radio. Well, now it's 15 past the hour and time once again to move to the Climate Network's hourly nationwide weather update. Our top story today: there is still a tornado warning in effect in the south, where twisters earlier today killed 4 people and left dozens injured. The tornadoes destroyed dozens of buildings and have left hundreds homeless. Emergency workers are in the area tending to the injured and trying to find shelter for them before nightfall. Bad weather remains elsewhere in the country, also as heavy rain continues to soak the western mountains. Some of our affiliated stations there are reporting up to 5 inches in the last 12 hours. Needless to say, many roads and highways are closed throughout the region.
Question 6.
Attention all employees. There is a blue pickup truck in back of the plant that is blocking loading ramp number 6. Would the owner of this vehicle, license plate number CA990, kindly remove it? It must be moved immediately as it is blocking deliveries. Once again, a blue pickup truck with the license plate CA990 is blocking a loading ramp, and it must be moved right away. If the vehicle is not moved in the next 10 minutes, it will be towed away at the owner's expense. We ask you to please note that parking is available across the street in the Pay and Display parking lot. We urge you to use this parking lot during the plant's operational hours for all vehicles not involved in deliveries.
Question 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to welcome you aboard the Capital Express, the only non-stop service to Washington. If this is your first trip on the Express, you are about to experience rail service like no other in the country. The Capital Express is the fastest passenger train operating in North America, reaching speeds of up to 105 miles per hour. For our international passengers, that's 175 kilometers per hour. Today's trip to Washington will take just over 3 hours, compared to the nearly 6 hours that it takes on a conventional train. To make your journey even more pleasant, we will be offering a refreshment service as soon as the train departs. Choose from a selection of teas and coffees, cold drinks, and tasty snacks. Enjoy your ride.
Question 8.
Larry, it's Mom. I forgot to tell you this morning, but I have something going on after work today and won't be home until 8, so I won't be able to get dinner ready for you tonight. Go ahead and fix yourself some dinner whenever you're hungry. There's a pizza in the freezer, so you can help yourself to that if you want it. Have a salad or some other vegetables with it, though, okay? And you can have some ice cream too if you'd like, but don't take too much. Oh, and I don't mind if you watch TV, but don't invite anyone over, and be sure to get your homework done before I get home. I don't want you staying up late because you didn't do it earlier.
This is the end of Part 1. Now turn to Part 2. Part 2. Questions 9 to 20. In this part, you will hear 3 conversations. The conversations will not be repeated. There are 4 questions for each conversation. For each question, choose the right answer. A, B, C, or D. We are ready to start. First, you have some time to look at questions 9 to 12. Questions 9 to 12. First, you have some time to look at questions 9 to 12.
How do you come to the university each day? Train or bus, or do you have a car?
Oh, I always walk. I haven't got a car, and anyway, I live quite close.
Do you know anything about parking rights on the campus? I was wondering whether students are allowed to park their cars on campus or not.
Yes. I think it's possible for postgraduate students, but not for undergraduate students.
That doesn't seem very fair.
No, I suppose not. But there simply isn't enough room on the campus for everyone to park.
Do you need a parking permit?
Yeah, I believe you do.
Where do I get that from?
I think you can get a parking sticker from the administration office.
Where's that?
It's in the building called Block G, right next to Block E.
Block G?
Yeah.
Oh, right. And what happens to you if you don't buy a sticker? Do they clamp your wheels or give you a fine?
No, I think they tow your car away.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then they fine you as well, because you have to pay to get the car back.
I better get the sticker then.
Yeah.
Where exactly is the administration office again? I'm new to this university and I'm still trying to find my way around.
Right. You go along Library Road, past the tennis courts on your left and the swimming pool on your right, and the administration office is opposite the car park on the left. You can't miss it.
So it's up Library Road, past the swimming pool, opposite the car park. Right, I'll go straight over there. Bye, and thanks for the help.
Questions 13 to 16. First, you have some time to look at questions 13 to 16.
Excuse me, can you help me? I was looking for the main hall.
No, maybe I can, actually. I'm looking for the main hall, too. I think it's in the administration building. Are you a new student?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I thought you looked as lost as me. I'm trying to find the admin building, too, so that I can register for my course. I don't seem to be having much luck.
Well, look, according to this map of the campus here, you go straight up the steps, turn left, and the building's on the right. Okay, let's see if we can find it.
Ah, this looks right. Yeah, it must be. Look, there are hundreds of other people here.
There must be at least 50 people in the queue. We'll be here till gone 2 o'clock at this rate.
Yeah, and I'm starving.
So am I.
Actually, I was on my way to the canteen to get something for lunch. Why don't I go to the canteen and buy something, and you stay here and wait?
Good idea.
What would you like? Pizza, sandwich, hot dog, fried rice? They do everything.
Oh, something easy. Takeaway fried rice sounds good.
Okay, fried rice.
No, on second thoughts, I'll have a cheese and tomato sandwich.
Right, 1 cheese and tomato. Anything to drink?
Yeah, give me coffee, would you?
Hot coffee's a bit hard to carry. What about a Coke or an orange juice?
Get me an orange juice then. Look, here's $5.
Oh, yeah, take $2 back. Shouldn't cost me more than $3.
Well, get the 5, we'll sort it out later. Oh, and could you get me an apple as well?
Okay, back in a minute.
Questions 17 to 20. First, you have some time to look at questions 17 to 20.
Oh, hello. I'd like to join the video library.
Okay, would you like to fill in the application form now?
Yes, I can do it now.
Hold on and I'll get a form. Now, I'll just ask you a few questions and then I'll get you to sign at the bottom.
Right.
What's your full name?
Louise Cynthia Jones.
Jones?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. And what's your address?
Apartment 1, 72 Black Street, Highbridge.
Black Street? That's just round the corner, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so the postcode is 2085, right?
Yes, 2085.
And your telephone number? I need both home and work.
Home is 9835-6712, and work is 9456-1309. Do you need any ID or anything like that?
Yes, we need your driver's license number. That is, if you have one.
Yes, I know it off by heart. It's an easy one. 2020BD. Do you need to see it?
Yes, I'm afraid I do.
Here.
Right, thanks. And could you tell me your date of birth, please?
25 July, 1977.
That's the most important part out of the way, but could I just ask you a few questions for a survey we're conducting?
Okay.
What kind of videos do you prefer to watch? Have a look at this list.
Well, I love anything that makes me laugh. I just love to hear jokes and funny punchlines. I'm not very keen on westerns, although my father likes them. But I'm a real softie, so anything with a bit of a love story is good for me. It doesn't matter how old. Not musicals, though. They're too much.
This is the end of Part 2. Now turn to Part 3. Part 3. Questions 21 to 35. In this part, you will hear 3 talks or lectures. The talks or lectures will not be repeated. There are 5 questions for each talk or lecture. For each question, choose the right answer. A, B, C, or D. Questions 21 to 25. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 25.
Good morning everyone, and welcome to our regular lecture on health issues. This series of lectures is organised by the Students' Union and is part of the Union's attempt to help you, the students of this university, to stay healthy while coping with study and social life at the same time. So, it's a great pleasure for me to welcome back Ms. Diane Greenbaum, who is a professional dietitian and who has been kind enough to give up her time in what I know is a very hectic schedule, to come along and talk to us today.
Thank you. Thank you very much, John. May I say it's a pleasure to be back. Now, stresses at university, being away from home and having to look after yourselves, learning your way around the campus, all contribute to making it quite hard sometimes to ensure that your diet is adequate. So, today, I'm going to talk about ways of making sure that you eat well, while at the same time staying within your budget. If you have a well-balanced diet, then you should be getting all the vitamins that you need for normal daily living. However, sometimes we think we're eating the right foods, but the vitamins are escaping, perhaps as a result of cooking, and anyway, we're not getting the full benefit of them. Now, if you lack vitamins in any way, the solution isn't to rush off and take vitamin pills, though they can sometimes help. No, it's far better to look at your diet and how you prepare your food. So, what are vitamins? Well, the dictionary tells us they are food factors essential in small quantities to maintain life. Now, there are fat-soluble vitamins, which can be stored for quite some time by the body, and there are water-soluble vitamins, which are removed more rapidly from the body. And so a regular daily intake of these ones is needed.
Questions 26 to 30. First, you have some time to look at questions 26 to 30.
If your lecturers are unavailable, you can always come and see me in my office. I'm available on Wednesday and Thursday mornings and on Friday afternoons. Outside these hours, perhaps you could ring the secretary and make an appointment. Now, you'll note that all of the subjects which you undertake in the first year are composed of lectures and tutorials. A lecture is about an hour long, and a tutorial usually runs for about 2 hours. A lecture is rather like what I'm doing now, where one person will talk to all of you together on a subject. Now, we do ask you to try to attend the lectures. A tutorial is perhaps where most of the learning occurs at a university. You will be divided into groups of between 12 and 15 students, and each week one of you will have to present a piece of work to the group as a whole, and then the group will discuss what you've said. It's this discussion, this exchange of ideas, which really constitutes the basis of university learning, in my view. Listening to lectures in many ways is just giving you information that you could access for yourself in the library. But the discussion at the tutorial is very important. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't go to the lectures, though. Other factors to be particularly concerned about are the structure of essays and delivery of written material. And in particular, I would like to mention the question of plagiarism. Plagiarism is taking other people's work without acknowledging it. That is, without saying where it comes from. Now, of course, all essays are based on research done by other people, but you must remember to attribute the work to the original writer. And while it's a good idea to work with other people, don't hand in work which is exactly the same as your friend's work, because we will notice. If you don't acknowledge the source of your information, then you run the risk of failing the subject, or in very serious cases, you might be denied entry to the university. Last but not least, stay in touch with us. If things are getting you down, don't go and hide. Come and talk to us about it. That's what we're here for. Right. Thank you very much for coming along today.
Questions 31 to 35. First, you have some time to look at questions 31 to 35.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Maritime Museum. Now, before we commence our tour, I'd just like to tell you a little bit about the history of the museum. As you can see, it's a very modern building, built in the postmodern style, and it was in fact opened by the Prime Minister of Australia in November 1991. It's been designed with a nautical flavour in mind, to remind us of our links with the sea. But the museum isn't only housed in this building. There are a number of historic ships docked outside in the harbour which form part of the museum, and which you are also free to visit. And we'll be coming to them shortly. I'd just like to point out one or two things of general interest while we're here. Handicapped toilets are located on this floor, and the door shows a wheelchair. The cloakroom, where you can hang your coat or leave your bags, is just behind us here. The education centre is on the top floor, and there's a good little library in there which you might like to use. Follow the signs to the education centre. You'll see a lot of little green arrows on the wall. The green arrows will take you there. The information desk, marked with the small letter I on your plan, is located right here in the foyer. So if you get separated from your friends, I suggest you make your way back to the information desk, because we'll be returning to this spot at the end of the tour. All right? Now, if you look out this window, you should be able to see where the museum's ships are docked. If you want to go on a tour of the old ship, the Vampire, she's docked over there, and you should meet outside on the quay. However, a word of warning, I don't recommend it for the grandmas and grandpas, because there are lots of stairs to climb. Right now, let's move on. Oh, I almost forgot to give you the times for that tour. Now, tours of the Vampire run on the hour, every hour, all right?
This is the end of the listening paper. Now you have 7 minutes to transfer your answers to your answer sheet. Be sure to follow the numbering of all the questions. I'll remind you when there's 1 minute left.